Once you have your civil rights leader portrait traced on cardboard, if you're working on cardboard, you are going to use an ultra-fine Sharpie marker, and you are going to trace all of your lines. Then what you are going to do is you're going to come up and you're going to get this little strip of paper. And last year in 5th grade, you worked on a value scale, being able to take your pencil from light to dark using 7 sections. I have broken this down to many. You may not need this many, but there's lots there for you to work with. So what you are going to do now is you are going to use your permanent marker, this ultrafine marker, and you are going to fill in this back square. I would start with the darkest first and fill this in with a solid black. Okay? And what you're trying to do is you are trying to, again, create a value scale, only now, how can you create value with your permanent marker without being able to shade? So I might go in here and I might do some cross hatching. So I'm going up and down, I'm going across, and then I'm going to go diagonally in both directions. So I want this to look like the next door neighbor to that black. And then I might decide, well, how can I make that next door neighbor to that? So again, I might go in different directions, and maybe my pen gets separated, so maybe I don't make my lines as close. And I'm going to continue to try and make each one of these lighter than what I did before. Plus, you can also do just straight lines, so that has a different value. So there's different ways you can create value, not necessarily cross-hatching, but also just by how far you put, how close you put your lines together, like this, or how far away you put your lines can make it lighter. So I just want you to play around with some different values. If it doesn't necessarily go dark to light, because obviously you're not going to use crosshatch, or you're going to not necessarily use lines going vertical or horizontal. So I'm not necessarily worried about you getting perfectly gradation, but that you are just playing around with what are some different things that you could create. So for instance, I could create texture by doing dots. And one of the things I want you to notice is that when I was doing Nelson Mandela's hair, instead of doing dots, because his hair is short and kind of curly, I did little circles. And I could also do swirls to try and show the texture of the hair. So there are a lot of different ways that you could create value using your ultrafine Sharpie. So that's the next thing you're going to do, and then you will put your name on your little paper strip and you will save this. Okay? Your next step is going to be using this to help add value, and I have that in a separate video.